getting child support checks, and my child support checks pay for my daycare, and that's gone. On this day 2 years ago, I filed for divorce with an infant, 3-year-old, 5-year-old, and a 9-year-old, and I had no fucking idea if I was gonna make it. This is what 2 years of fighting looks like. But like, I can't handle this shit. I'm having a hard time just surviving. It's just not fair. It's not fair. Love can move mountains, and love can crush our souls.
Welcome back, family. Today, we are going to see yet another modern woman who was humbled very quickly by the hardship of life after she decided to divorce her husband of over 10 years with 3 kids, including an infant, just so that she can go find her so-called happiness. And then comes back crying after getting pumped and dumped while realizing how hard the single motherhood really is. But before watching her cries of regret, I will show how prideful and arrogant she was when she decided to divorce her husband.
On this day 2 years ago, I filed for divorce with an infant, 3-year-old, 5-year-old, and a 9-year-old, who all have varying degrees of struggles, and I had no fucking idea if I was gonna make it. But I did know that I wasn't gonna spend another second of my life being abused or watching my children be abused by their father. And so I did it. I took the leap, I made the jump, and guess what? It was the best fucking thing I ever did in my entire life. So if you are on the fence today about filing those papers, I am here to tell you that just do it. Everything's gonna be okay. Like, seriously, it will. It'll be okay. And you deserve to be happy and safe and loved and all the things.
This woman just put her 3 kids in a statistical disadvantage by deciding to divorce her husband for the dumbest reasons. And the worst part in all of this is that she is encouraging other women to divorce their husbands too, so that they can all be miserable together, because we all know that misery loves company. Here she is again, bragging about all the paperwork she filed against her ex-husband, as if she deserves a trophy.
Currently reorganizing my files, and this is what 2 years of fighting looks like. This is 3 injunctions for domestic violence, a divorce, and changes to a safety-focused parenting plan that I have done all completely pro se, without an attorney, all on my own.
She just talked about domestic violence and abuse. Well, this next clip will show you how most of these abuse claims by modern women are usually BS.
So this was my experience as well. But it got to the point, and it will get to the point for you if you're not already feeling it, that you physically don't feel safe. You feel like you're just one altercation away, or there have been death threats or violence around you in close enough proximity that you have realized, like, this person is capable of hurting me. But the mental abuse, it's meant to wear you down, and it's exhausting, and it's terrible, and you feel just like stuck in this vortex of chaos, and it's awful, and it's no way to live, and it's terrible for your nervous system, and you deserve better.
This woman literally claims being abused by the simple fact that she thought that one day her husband might abuse her. Do you guys realize how insane this is? Well, after divorcing her husband, the tears of misery and karma started to hit, and she started going broke. Check it out.
I try so hard to stay positive all the time, but it is so hard to live in this economy as a 2-parent household, let alone a 1-parent household. I had an unexpected $900 pull taken out of my checking account today. I literally just got paid this morning, my first full paycheck at my new job, and then I got an email from daycare that I owe them like $800 because I stopped getting child support checks, and my child support checks pay for my daycare, and that's gone. And I'm spending so much more on gas now because I work in an office.
My dear, now you can get a taste of what being a man and a provider feels like. Here are some more sweet tears of regrets about how the single life is really hard.
Being a single mom is so hard. Being an autistic single mom is a whole nother ballgame. I worked from home for 4.5 years after not working really at all for 2.5 years. Well, I owned a daycare when I lived in Illinois, and thought that was the best thing ever. Just tiny humans all day. But like, I can't handle this shit. I have absolutely no time or space to just like exist. Every waking moment of my day is demanded to somebody else. I have no autonomy over anything that I'm doing, and as somebody with PDA, that's really hard. I'm having a hard time just surviving right now. If all I had to do was go to work every day, I love my job. I'd be fine. I'd come home and I'd decompress and I'd have space for my partner, and that'd be fine. But I have kids that have really, really, really high needs, so like I don't have time to decompress like anywhere at all at any part of my day. And I can't even go to the gym anymore, which was the only place I used to find an ounce of sanity. And all of this because I have to be the sole provider for 4 kids. Because for some odd reason, their other parent could care less about making sure that their needs are met. I am the one exhausting myself, fighting my son's school, literally constantly. And it's been so hard. And I have to go to school or take the kids to school. Can't even take 3 minutes to record a video. So my toddler busting in. It's just not fair. It's not fair. The ridiculous amount of responsibility that has been heaped on me and me alone because somebody made a choice to not be involved with their own children. I just will never understand, like, as a parent, not wanting to make sure that your kids have the very best of everything, including the parent that they live with. And that means making sure that their mental health is good so that they can show up and be the very best parent to 4 kids every single day. It's not good for anybody's mental health to have this amount of pressure and responsibility on them all by themselves. No help. No help. He thinks that my mom pays for everything and does everything for me, and I'm just out here living my life. Nope. No, that's not the case. I do everything for these kids to make sure they have what they need.
Remember that she chose to divorce her husband at her own free will. And now, all over sudden, everything is her ex-husband's fault. We all know the real reason all these women leave and destroy their families. They just get bored and want some new and exciting that they can't even describe themselves. They want the thrill of the unknown. The drama gets them excited. They want to keep on chasing after Chad and Tyrone. They make all types of fantasies in their head and internalize everything they see on the media. In this case, this woman really thought that she could just replace her husband with another better man easily. Well, after getting pumped and dumped by her so-called dream man, she comes back crying once again to the internet for sympathy. Check it out.
Love is such a beautiful and dangerous thing. Love can move mountains, and love can crush our souls. Sometimes people come into our lives and we only get to keep them for a season. Sometimes love isn't enough. Sometimes love can't overcome reality. And I think that's the most painful loss that anybody can ever experience. Knowing that you and a person complement each other so well, and you bring each other so much happiness, but logistically, realistically, it can't work. And it's hard.
This woman finally realizes that the top-tier men that she has been chasing after don't want to commit to her. Now she is trying to make sense of all of this situation by acting all philosophical and sad. No, my dear. You just played yourself thinking that the grass was greener on the other side. It is pretty sad to see the absolute state of the modern woman today. This woman had a husband and family that she destroyed just so that she can be in these streets getting pumped and dumped. My dear, on this side of the internet, we've got no sympathy for women like you. Fellas, no matter what you do or what you sacrifice or what you endure to make the lives of the people around you better, the fault will always be on your head when things go south. So with that being said, don't ever forget to always keep your head up, focus on your goals, and everything else will follow. I love you and I appreciate you for all your support. Please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share to help push this content to more men in need. I'm out. Peace.